Hey guys, how's it going? And this is Nell. I do have a quite modest Instagram account. It's shy of the 6,000 followers. I opened it in 2013 and it took me around 5 years to get to the first 1,500 followers. It took me around 6 months to get double the amount to get to 3,000. It took me a week to get to the 6,000. And now I'm back to square one, guys. I'm not growing at all. And actually I'm losing followers. Basically, this is what happened. When I opened my account, I basically didn't care about it. I just opened it for the sake of opening it. It was just being a massive shit. I was posting what everybody was posting, pictures of your travels, pictures of food, and of course I'm an illustrator, so I put pictures of what I draw. The thing that I got that has been both a blessing and a curse is that I'm kind of like all over the place with my art. So I do traditional and I do digital, and in digital I got several different styles, and on traditional I got several different styles, which has been perfect for me to make money out of my art, because you know, the more range you have, or at least has been in my case, more range I've had has been more convenient because I got more clients from all walks of life. But when it comes to virality on the internet, especially on Instagram, that's not precisely the recipe that you want, because when you are not consistent and you post one thing and you get people following for that thing, and then you post something different, then the people who followed you because of the first thing, they will hit unfollow, because it's not what they were expecting. The reason why artists open an Instagram account usually is because they want to make a living out of their art, and I was already making a living out of my art, so I really didn't have that motivation. So I was just using my social media as a playground, basically, just to expose what I do for fun. But I eventually decided that I want to put outside a story that I have been thinking for years now, and I sat down and I wrote it, and it's like 99% finished, and I want to get it out. I want to show it to the world. So what I need to do is to figure out how. I start researching what you do when you have a product like this. So on that research, I basically realized that you have two main ways on which you can proceed. One is searching for a publisher, and the other one is self-publishing. I researched them both, and I was trying to assess which one will be a better idea. And I discovered that if you wanted to go for the route of self-publishing, probably having an audience will be not precisely mandatory, but it will help you a lot. So I thought, oh, okay, Instagram can be a good instrument for that, and maybe I need to start paying attention to it. I probably want to take it more seriously than I have been taking it so far. So I started to kind of like tidy it up, you know. It's like, okay, no photos of food, no photos of trips anymore, no selfies or stuff like that. I'm going to make it exclusively about art, and I'm going to try to pick a style and stop being all over the place, pick a style, and be a little bit more consistent. And I started doing that, and eventually I discovered there was this fun hashtag called "Draw This in Your Style." Is basically you taking an original character made by somebody else who is opening the challenge, and you literally draw it in your own style, and you upload their version and your version, and you use their hashtag and tag them, and well, each person has their own rules. So I thought, hey, this is really fun. So I was on vacation. I kind of like had free time, so I started participating just for the heck of it. I just thought it was fun, and then I realized that it had a lot of traction, and I was like, hey, yeah, you get way much more exposure using it. Kind of like what happens with Mermaid or with Inktober in a sense. Although those are seasonal hashtags and they can get a little bit crowded quite quickly. And this is not as crowded. It's a little bit more steady. It's not seasonal. It keeps on going. Especially if you kind of like got the attention of people who have big following accounts already, and they share your art in their stories, or if you happen to be one of the top entries and they made a post with one of your entries, and your exposure it kind of grows a lot. So that's what helped my account to grow from 1,500 to 3,000. And here's the thing with that: the downside of that, of using popular hashtags to growing your account, is that they're following you because of the hashtag activity, not exactly because of what you do. That's probably not going to be an effective method, even if it looked like that, because I was growing my account. I was not growing my account in quality, I was growing my account in quantity. And that's not good if what you want is to present an idea to somebody who is in tune with the ideas that are yours. There is another thing that I'm also very worried about, and that is to care way too much about numbers, at the point where I start letting the numbers define my worth. I think that's unhealthy, and I'm being very, very wary of not going there. And the thing is that also participating in the Grow This in Your Style challenge start to kind of like pulling me to that direction, and that also kind of freaked me out. It's like when you open your Instagram and you realize that you are not growing as much as you were expecting, or that you are losing followers as well, and that has an impact in your mood. Then that's a symptom that probably something worth paying attention to is going on. So I decided, okay, you know what, you need to go back to your core values and think hard and extensively about why are you doing this, what kind of work you want to do, what kind of stuff you want to put out there in the world. So do you want to send a message, do you want to participate in projects that have a meaning for you? Then you need to search for projects that take you to that direction. And maybe the Draw This in Your Styles, even if it's really a lot of fun, maybe that's not the project that you want to keep on taking. So I kind of like ditch it. There was another movement called 1 Million 1 Month that was about raise awareness for endangered species, and that one spoke to me and had no connection to followers or to virality whatsoever. It was basically used to raise awareness about the animals, and I stick for around 20 days with that movement and that hashtag, doing daily paintings. And that was a really great exercise on polishing my speed to practice shapes and forms and getting them done in a time record. I think that was great practice. However, I'm not sure if it was really that effective because, I mean, if your goal is to help the animals, probably you need to create some effort that takes you to the actual help in a more direct way, because kind of you saying, hey, this animal is about to die, doesn't that much for the animal, so you can like go save it. So I thought, okay, probably I really want to help the animals doing art daily that people are not really engaging that much with. It is not going to help them, so I also kind of like stopped doing that and thought, okay, maybe I want to create something that actually raises money or generates money, something that people want to buy, and that money go to organizations that actually get their hands dirty and go and save the animals, you know, and build reserves or stuff like that. Probably that's going to be a better approach for that rather than create art. I actually wanted to create prints of them, but I'm not very positive they are going to sell. So yeah, I need to think that one through. It's still a project that I want to do, and it's going to be next in my list of things to do. But anyway, when I was participating in the Draw This in Your Style challenge, my account started growing a lot. When I started participating in the 1 million 1 month challenge for endangered species, my following contests started dropping, and then I got the home run of the month, which was the Tooth Fairy / Bone Fairy illustration. Man, that one exploded. It got viral on Tumblr, and got viral on Twitter, it got viral on Facebook, and well, Instagram, just wow. And I started receiving a lot of love out of that one. That lasted 3 weeks, the 3 weeks that until I got back to square one. As you remember, Disney announced that they're going to make a live action movie of The Little Mermaid, and they casted a black actress. I'm not sure which my stance are, because I kind of like see the arguments in one side and see the arguments in another side, and I think that both of them have valid points. The side that is pro Black Ariel has a strong argument on representation. It's good to have more variety in the type of people we see on the screen, as more inclusive, and the story of The Little Mermaid does not need for The Little Mermaid to be a specific race or a specific color. I mean, it's a story that can be told with any form, any ethnicity, any color, any shape, any whatever. You know, it doesn't really grab on the original story. And if it does grab on the original story itself grab on the original Hans Christian Andersen tale, where the Little Mermaid basically died and became foam. And so, yeah, you know, times change and content adapt, and it's alright, it happens. It's not a rule that you have to respect word by word the things you are basing your creative endeavors upon. So, upon. Hello? I want to say hi to the camera. He wants to say hi. I know that he looks like a girl. He's not a girl, he's a boy. So yeah, I'm obviously not going to cite or justify the racist remarks. I don't agree with that faction of the opposing side. There's an opposing side that make an argument about the character being a certain way, and they just want for the character to be that certain way, and they will protest equally if they will cast a blonde girl and if they made Ariel blonde, because you know Ariel is the redhead, and this has nothing to do with race. It has everything to do with respecting the character as it originally phenotypically is. So I can understand that sentiment, you know. I don't really care about Ariel as the Little Mermaid that much, but by example, when in Game of Thrones they cast the actor for Rhaegar Targaryen, I was fuming, guys. I was that's not Rhaegar. I mean, really, I was really pissed off. And they cast a white guy, and Rhaegar Targaryen appeared on Game of Thrones only 5 minutes. Well, I was fuming because Rhaegar Targaryen is my favorite character of the books, and they just ruin it. That's not Rhaegar. I was waiting for this moment for so long, and they... So yeah, I can empathize with the drama that having a character that you really care about, maybe in a way that is not really that healthy, but you know, it's like fandom tends to do that to people. So yeah, I can understand that side of the argument, and I can understand that it's not a matter of race, it's a matter of they don't want the character change, and that's it. There is another argument against that. It's actually quite strong.
If we want to give the public representation, we can create another original Black princess.
For this character to be around for so long and then just to throw another race, whether it be Black, it could be any other race, to just throw another race at it, to in my opinion, I feel like it's throwing us a bone. It's like a cheat code in a sense. This doesn't solve the problem.
Yeah.
You know, this...
I would prefer if there was a new Black character.
They exist, they're classically Black, they're already out there, or they can build new ones. But why do that when they can just give you a fucking hand-me-down? White folks saying we've already developed these characters for decades, merchandise is out there, generations of people have grown up understanding who this character was, now we can pass them to you.
I think they got a point, the guys who complaining. I understand why they are complaining. I think I'll side with yes to the Black Mermaid because I'm against censorship in a sense, and I think it's easier for the people who are complaining just not to go watch the movie, as opposed to people who really want to watch this movie getting it taken away from them, you know? So yeah, I'll say I'm more pro this side of the argument than the other, but at the end of the day I understand the good points, definitely not the racist ones. And somebody in social media pop up saying, you know what guys, let's solve this in a really easy way. Just cast Keanu Reeves as Ariel and everybody is going to be happy. Ha ha ha, everybody loved, me included. So what I did was just creating a picture of Keanu Reeves as Ariel. People got a laugh, got some shares. Then I got the attack of the well-intentioned people who came to the defense of the minorities. And this is, so I basically was accused to be a racist because I made this joke with Keanu Reeves, because apparently that joke implies that there is something very wrong with being Black, which is something that I never said, and I really struggle trying to read that in the image that I made. How do you... I don't get it. I mean, I'm trying to rationalize how can somebody reach to that conclusion, and I only can think of two possible ways. One, you already came charged from another place where you maybe have been dealing with the racist, and you can like arrive with that negative idea and with that negative charge, and you're already biased to whatever is going to come. You know, it's like kind of like when you get an accident and you get rear-ended by a yellow car, and then after that incident you see yellow cars everywhere. Maybe it's something like that, I don't know. Or maybe it's just people who are poor and they just wanted to start a fight with just whoever crossed their path, and I happened to cross their path. It's ironic because they start saying that I didn't understand racism, that they were going to explain it to me, and this is fun because soy mexicana, güey. Basically, they're white explaining racism to a Mexican girl. So here's the thing, I kind of like say that, and I didn't say it with the best choice of words. I was being accused of something that I'm not, and they were saying that I say things that I never said. And of course, I was not happy with that. So I told this person who told me this that she, because it was a white girl, presumably from a first world country, I told her that she probably must have a very comfortable life if she thought that her white ass slacktivism over non-problems will solve anything. Then I came back to my account to a message from Instagram telling me that one of my messages got reported and deleted. And then I scanned the conversation and it was that specific comment. And this happened 5 days later that I posted the picture. There was no activity on it anymore. So I can only guess that these girls reported it in mass because they were the only active people on that specific image when that happened. So yeah, I kinda suspect that they report me in mass and got for Instagram to delete that comment and shadowban my account. So basically what shadowbanning is that everything that you post is not going to be seen by anyone but your followers only. The search function, the hashtags, and the explore section are going to be deactivated for you. That is going to cripple all your postings. So not only the one you're commenting on, not only the one that is a problematic one, but all your account. You're basically invisible in Instagram. Only the people who already follow you are going to see you. That was interesting to know. I didn't know that Instagram did that. I noticed because the activity dropped down dramatically, and you can see in the graph. This is the day before the shadow ban, and these are the following days. The engagement is not the same, and I was having a lot of traction because of the fairies posting, and well, not anymore. and yeah, this led me to try to do some research and figure out what was going on, and that's how I discovered shadow banning and how it works. But there are other ways that can also lead you there. So what gets you shadow banned is Instagram deleting a comment of yours, Instagram deleting a picture of yours, you using banned hashtags, you using the same hashtags in all your publications, you liking content way too often and way too much, you commenting way too often and way too much, and using third-party apps that post for you sometimes, or using, like applications that are designed to increase your following account in a sense. Basically anything that the algorithm can think that is spammy behavior or that is antisocial behavior. Of course, this is an algorithm, not an actual person. So basically you have to avoid anything that an algorithm can think that is either spammy or antisocial behavior. How long it lasts is uncertain. Some people get lifted the ban after 2 days, some others get it lifted after 2 months. I heard that more or less the average is 14 days, but it's uncertain. I mean, there is not kind of like an official position from Instagram of how this operates. This is kind of designed to happen in the background so you don't realize. But of course you do realize the drop in activity is just too obvious for you not to realize. It can be only your post, it can be your entire account, or it can be, well, I don't know, I'm telling you, it's a little bit uncertain. So if it's only a post, sometimes if you use a ban hashtag, it's not that much of an offense. So if you remove that hashtag, or if you delete that content and post it again without that hashtag, it can, you can kind of like bypass the banning of that specific post. Just try not to do it way too often, because that also can trigger the algorithm. So yeah, basically this is the story of my account and how it goes until now. At the end of the day, I don't think that I'm going to continue following the growing of the Instagram account, I think I found a more effective way of putting this story of mine out there. So I'm trying a new method soon, and well, I'm still posting there because, well, you know, it's not hurting. So yeah, this is it. And as long as I get more useful information that I can share with you guys, I will. Meanwhile, I'm out, and well, hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and thank you for watching. It's probably going to be a long video, so if you arrive until here, well, you're a patient person. Thank you for watching, and have a gorgeous day. Bye. Hey guys, name for the future here. The shadowban was lifted today. Well, not today. A couple of days ago. Another alert that I got about that one. Instagram somehow acts as a sort of mediator. I realized this because I received a message from the girl who sent one of the accusation messages, and basically she apologized about the whole incident. By the looks of it, she sent the apology right away, and I was not able to see it until the shadowban was lifted. So yeah, basically 1 week and a half later or something like that. So yeah, another thing that we can that we learn from this experience is that when you're shadowban, you won't be able to see direct messages from people you are kind of like in a conflict with, in a sense. So yeah, if some of you are giving her a hard time because of what she did, well, is everything forgiven now? So yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.